Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, world. Jay Chancellor here with a review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 11, Episode 20. So, we open this episode with Nene and Marlo having a conversation at Swag Boutique about swag, and Eva Marcel is brought into the conversation. Now, before we get into that, shout outs to Nene and Swagalicious. She did mention that she was looking to open a flagship store. Big ups on that. That is definitely a step in the right direction with the vision that she has and the things that she's looking forward to do. Now, when it comes down to Eva Marcel being brought into the conversation, we know that Eva Marcel, her husband, and their children have a living situation that some would say is not conventional. Now, Eva did mention that there are reasons why she handles things the way that she does. I think it's only fair to let that be and move on from the situation. Every household is different, every family is different, and if Eva decides to live the way that she does live, that is up for her, and that is not up for us to have conversations about. Especially when it comes down to individuals that's supposed to be her friends. So moving on from that, we have Portia and Portia's gender reveal party. Now we know that Portia's pregnant. We know that pregnancy can definitely bring on all type of hormones and reactions and all that kind of good stuff. So Portia's gender reveal party was carnival themed. Portia entered and oh, excuse me, there wasn't much carnival. She had a breakdown and I wanted to laugh. I did, but I understand where she's coming from. The emotions of planning an event and not having it go the way that you envisioned can be tough. And on top of that, she is carrying a child. So we know that adds a whole nother level of emotion and all that kind of good shit. Um, so at this party, Eva enters and Shamari throws some shade at her and it is hilarious. So she was like, how can you be broke coming to a party with expensive flowers? Now, was that shady? Um, Leave Eva alone. Now, when Eva entered the party, she mentioned that she had nothing else to say about her living situation, and to me, her mindset was that whoever has something to say, they can go, you know, themselves. I think that's only fair to say, and it's only right to say, and I agree with her. They can go themselves. So in the scene, we also see that Cynthia has a brother, which is something that I did not know. Um, and I think that will add a interesting dynamic to the following seasons when it comes down to learning more about the cast. What is next? Okay, I'm gonna take a second look at my notes. Okay, wait. So in a scene in this episode, Kenya, Todd, and Candy enter Cynthia's party. Now, is it me, or did anyone notice that Todd is going bald, or was that just the way that his hair was? It looked a little bald to me, but yeah. Anyways, find some for that, buddy. Uh, so, at Cynthia's party, we see that Kenya makes an appearance. Now we know if you've been following this season, Kenya has been nowhere to be found. And we know that Kenya and Nene have some friction. Kenya comes to the party with Todd and Candy because Cynthia wanted Kenya to be there. Nene isn't feeling it at all, and she is like, "What the is this?" Um, And we see it play out throughout the episode. And I honestly want Kenya and Nene to find some resolve. I think they're both great personalities, and the opportunity to what's the word I'm looking for? The opportunity for a friendship is definitely there. I think that they both have to have an open mind and an open heart and have conversation. And I think that's really all that it is when it comes down to Nene and Kenya's relationship. Just open communication. I think from there they'll definitely be going in the right direction. Now, Nene throws some shade at Cynthia throughout Cynthia's event, which I think, as a long term friend, isn't fair. Cynthia Cynthia actually got on the mic and called for Greg to come up. And I think she just wanted to recognize him being out and things like that. And Nene was like, no, Greg. And that no, Greg was like, no, you're not going up there, stay here. And as a wife, as a friend, former friend, regardless of her and Cynthia's relationship, I think that wasn't fair to Greg or to Cynthia. So I think that is definitely something that Nene has to revisit when it comes down to how she handles relationships. After that, we have Cynthia and Nene meeting with Candy and Tanya. Nene has a breakdown, and I think she's feeling a lot of what has gone on or what's gone wrong in her and Cynthia's relationship. And I think that's definitely what has led to the breakdown, which is one of the reasons why I definitely want both of them to sit down and have some conversations and work on their relationship. I think it's only fair when you've had the type of relationship that they've had to definitely find some peace and resolve. But both parties definitely have to be willing to have that. And I definitely think the sit down with Nene, Kenya, Nene, Kenya, Candy, and Tanya was definitely not. Yeah, that was right. Nene, Cynthia, Candy, and Tanya was definitely a right step in direction when it comes down to Nene and Cynthia repairing their relationship. Because I definitely say that throughout the season we definitely saw a genuine friendship, and that's something that we need to see on TV. So I definitely hope that they find some resolve when it comes down to that. I don't know. I think really when it comes down to this episode, I would like to see the cast remain neutral in most aspects, but would that be reality TV if everyone remained neutral? Interesting. That's really all for now. Definitely check out season 11, episode 20 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta if you have not yet. Nene and Marlo and the cast go in on Cynthia. Portia breaks down at her reveal. And Cynthia's party turns into shade. And I don't necessarily think that was fair to Cynthia. But yeah, check out the episode. Check out the episode if you have not. Have a great day. Jay Chancellor signing off.